Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Hope
It's
everyone's doing
Dr.
well,
Nick.
enjoying their post Christmas day.
Yes. Hope everybody was good and got good things. Or if you were naughty, I hope it was worth it.
I mean, you can still use coal for stuff.
Right?
Yeah. Everyone acts like coal's such a bad thing, but I mean, they sell coal soap, charcoal,
Toothpaste.
toothpaste. Yeah. Face cleansers, face peels. You can make a lot of money with acting poorly throughout the year.
It's very true. Very, very true. All right. I'm still getting settled in here.
Me too. Um, so, have you used alcohol markers on a bristle board or no?
Yes, I have.
Does it work or not as well as on like watercolor paper or other kinds of paper?
Hmm. See, I've never used any other kind of paper other than bristleboard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've tried it on marker paper, but
Yeah.
I actually like
Marker
it better
paper.
on bristleboard.
Marker paper is weird. It's got a weird texture.
Yeah.
Feels like
Yes.
baking wax paper or something.
Yeah, it feels like it's gonna fall apart on you.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a shot today.
Cool beans. Let me see here. All right, change my camera angle so you're not looking at my tummy. That's full of Christmas ham
Christmas
and
cheer.
Christmas cheer. Yes, it's full of Christmas jolly. Christmas goodness. My tummy is swole.
You've been working out your stomach.
Yeah, been doing this new jaw exercise.
He's getting bigger and better.
Yeah, this more than love, baby. What's wrong with us?
Uh, cholesterol, maybe.
Most definitely.
So, I don't know how today's gonna go. Um, I'm gonna try using some markers I just got for Christmas on this paper.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What kind of markers did you get?
I've never heard of this brand before, but Mom got me these. I think probably at TJ Maxx, the shape of the where the sticker used to be. Um,
Nice.
but there's a lot of like really good brands out there that are pretty inexpensive. Like, and I think if I'm assuming she got these like at TJ Maxx or something like that, they actually sell some other brands like Spectrum Noir, which are pretty good markers. So we'll see. We'll see how these turn out.
Cool.
It's been a long time since I've drawn anything physically. I've been doing a lot of digital drawings the past few months. Just it's just more conducive, I guess, with my schedule, my school schedule. I'm either not at home because I'm taking a test or something like that, and then while I'm waiting after the test, I'll draw something or sketch something.
Nice.
You've been staying pretty active, right, with drawing the past couple of months, or not
I
really?
have. I have. I try to not as much as I'd like to,
Sure.
or at least not as intensely as I have when I'm working on a project.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I still draw every once in a while, and I do the Geronimo draw streams with Rob.
Yeah. Oh, did he start
Yeah.
those up again?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, that's cool. I've got to start watching those again.
Yeah, I think we've got one more next week, and then he's gonna stop. because he needs to get caught up on his sketches that he
Yeah.
owes to the backers.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we've only done like 5 or 6 streams. I think.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, about 5 or 6 weeks ago, so when he started up again. We got a train going by. I don't know if you can hear it in the background.
I can. I was going to ask you if you were scanning something because it sounded like a scanner at this distance. And I think we're getting a little digitized in our sound, so I wasn't sure what I was hearing.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm more or less settled in. So what are we going to be drawing today?
I have no idea. You know what I need to do is figure out what I can draw with these markers.
There we go.
I do like that they have like the names and not just the colors on
that's cool.
the edges. Yeah, that's very helpful.
Yeah.
They're also a good shape. They're triangles, so they don't roll as easy off of the board.
Nice. Right. To check my brush pen, I filled it up last week.
Yeah.
But towards the end of a drawing I was working on last week, it started to do dry brush on me. So I was like, "What's going on?" But I still do have ink in there, so
that's weird.
It is weird.
Oh, speaking of ink and stuff, my drug paraphernalia came in.
Ah, sweet.
And I got the Heart of Darkness ink.
Have you tried it out yet?
I have not tried it out yet, no. Actually, so this came in probably in November. But I just, like, I got out of school like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, I'll try it whenever I get out of school. And I lied to myself. I didn't. But I've been busy with like other things and stuff, so like maybe not today, but probably sometime this week or a little bit later next week I'll actually get to play with it a little more, or at all.
Nice. Well, welcome to the club. The club of 2. You know what's funny is I just filled up my ink cartridge and I don't know where I left my syringe. It's around here somewhere. All right. So I got my brush pen. I need my pencil. My lapis. Did you decide what you can draw with your colors?
Not really. I suppose I can wing it. I have a decent assortment of colors. I don't have any like, as far as I can tell, like reds.
Let me see your box. You got reds. You got a red. And what looks like a maroonish color.
I got a coral
pink.
red. That's, I mean,
Coral.
Vermilion. Is vermilion more of like an orangey red?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Vermilion Russian unicorn.
All right.
Do you remember that song?
I don't.
Don't.
Russian unicorn?
Yes. By Bad Lip Reading. It was a Michael Bublé video.
Oh, no, I've never seen that one.
What? You're missing out, dude.
I've seen a few of their videos. Like Manda will show them to me whenever she comes to visit.
Yeah, you You gotta look up Russian Unicorn. That's the best one. That's the one that got me hooked on bad lip reading.
Yeah.
That song is so catchy. But yeah, you got some good colors in there. Hey, did you watch? You watched the Spider-Man, right? Far From Home.
No,
You did not watch that?
I did not watch that. Of course not.
Spoiler
Why would I
alert.
watch that? That's silly. You're a silly person.
Uncle Ben dies.
Yeah. Actually, I have. I've heard. I haven't been on Facebook in like 2 weeks because I'm trying not to see spoilers to it, and I had to go on there today, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna look at any posts. I just need to go to my search bar because I was looking for a page, and I was like, all right, I need to go up there, and like I saw that I had like 30 something notifications, and I was like, all right, I'll look through my notifications in case like something important happened. I'm quickly scrolling through, and I see a post to one of the groups that I'm in is like Spider-Man fans or something like that, and somebody posted a spoiler like in the opening line, like not even like, hey, spoilers, I'm gonna talk about this, or like I'm gonna talk about whatever. It was like the first thing they wrote in their post was the spoiler, and then they said, I don't even care about it. I'm like, dude, you suck. So I've heard like 1 or 2 spoilers already, but like I'm doing my best. I haven't heard or seen much about it other than like from what friends at work are like telling me, like, you need to go see it. It's the best movie I've ever seen in my whole life. I'm like, okay, I will, just not yet. I gotta wait a little bit.
Yeah. Everybody's calling it like the best Marvel movie. I don't agree with that statement.
Mm-hmm.
I will say it's the best Sony Marvel movie.
Well, that's barely saying anything at all.
But yeah, I'm not ready to say it's the best MCU movie.
Okay.
But it's up there.
It's up there. Okay.
It's up there. They give the fans what they want. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's good. That's nice to hear. I did finish Hawkeye this morning.
Oh yeah, what'd you think?
I did like most of it. There's some. I think I ran into the same problem that I did with like Winter Soldier, where it started off pretty good, and there's like some things in there that didn't quite make any sense to me, like why the characters would do that. And then the last episode, some things happened that I was like, that's silly. That doesn't seem right. But you finished it, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
You know I'm a Hawkeye fan.
Yeah. Overall, I like the series. It's just like, okay, so the way in which I'm gonna spoil some stuff for anybody who's watching doesn't want anything spoiled. Don't stop watching. Just put it on mute or something. So in the last episode, when the Kingpin shows up,
yeah,
I like that they brought back Vincent D'Onofrio for the Kingpin.
Yeah.
I didn't like that he went after that lady himself. Kate Bishop's mom.
Yeah.
One of the things I really liked about Kingpin in Daredevil, the Netflix series, is that he was really, really good about playing within the bounds of perceivable law.
Right.
Like he was always distancing himself. He hired a guy to hire a guy to do the job, and he never once had contact with the guy that was doing the job. And here he's completely bypassed both of those things, and he's just like, I'll just kill her myself in the middle of the street, with gunfire going off in like a building a block away, and cops are sure to show up any second now.
Right.
That part bugged me. That doesn't seem like the Kingpin to me. There are times where Kingpin gets like emotional, and like he'll kill somebody, like whenever he killed what's his name? Ben Urich.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I get that. But the problem is he had thought of enough to know that he was gonna lose his cool and he was gonna kill him himself. He hid inside the guy's house. Nobody saw him leave, nobody saw him go. He thought of enough, I think.
Yeah.
To stay the Kingpin. I don't know. My point is, it just seems sloppy on the Kingpin's part, and it doesn't seem like he would make that mistake. Certainly not after having the experiences he had in Daredevil. I don't know if they're gonna go with the idea that this is like an alternate universe from Daredevil, or if it's the same Kingpin from that same show, or what. But it seems like he would have gotten smarter from the mistakes he's already made.
Right.
So that right there, the psychology of that character didn't still right with me for that moment. I like that they dressed him like the Kingpin in the 1990s Spider-Man cartoon, but it seems unrealistic. Like he wears like the I don't know, the Cuban drug lord suit, but like he's got like a Hawaiian shirt underneath. like he's cosplaying like Gilligan or something, like or not Gilligan,
like the Captain and Gilligan.
Yeah, the Captain and Gilligan. But like he also wearing the hat and he walks around with that pimp cane. So
he's Lou Bega.
Yeah, basically he's a real big Lou Bega. And
he's a Lou Bega fan.
I appreciate that they would call out like maybe the comic books and the cartoon like that a little bit. I know in the cartoon he wore that like turtleneck, which made him seem just a little classier than wearing a Hawaiian shirt underneath underneath that suit. But like seeing that, like, no, I actually prefer what they did in the Daredevil Netflix show, which was he was dressed classy. The white jacket and stuff that he would wear was like a status thing. Like he was very clearly like trying to present that he is a good person. He's pure and, but like the dark shirt underneath reveals like, oh, it's, you're implying that maybe there's a darkness in him. The psychology, I guess, of his wardrobe. And what I got here was like, he's very classy and pure on the outside, but on the inside, he's a party animal.
But on the inside, he's ready to retire.
I got to move to Florida. But like, so yeah, the Kingpin part of it bothered me. Like, for me, it would have been enough if they had just introduced that he was there at the end of episode 5. You really don't see him all of episode 6 until like the very end, where you find out like he's hires somebody else to go after Kate Bishop or something like that. That would have been enough for me, because then I know, oh, the Kingpin's going to show up and he's going to start interacting with these people. What happened to Daredevil? Like, did he disappear in the blip or something like that? Or like, what's going on? Then it opens it up a little bit more to like what could happen in the next series. It leaves more of a cliffhanger for future shows.
Yeah, I will say this for the Kingpin. This is post the blip Kingpin.
Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of his organization, I mean, at least 50% of it got snapped away.
Yeah.
And so there had to have been some kind of downfall in it financially. So he couldn't afford, the nice shirts. He had to resort to, Hawaiian shirts off the big boys rack.
He can't afford nice shirts, but he can afford like a giant sapphire cane.
Priorities, man. Priorities. So yeah, he had to shop at Burlington Coat Factory and get the Hawaiian shirt.
He went to Goodwill and got his stuff.
And also, we don't know if that sapphire is real.
How much for this pimp cane, madam? That's $5. I'll give you 3. $5 and I'll throw in this weird hat that doesn't go with anything. So
good stuff. All right. So on that note,
we should probably draw something.
We should draw something. Why don't we draw something related to Hawkeye then?
Okay, all right,
Since something we both watched.
sure.
That was a nice little Kingpin segment, rant, whatever you want to call that. Wardrobe rant. Who are we to be giving fashion advice or to be judging Kingpin's choice in clothes? The schlubs we are.
Still.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. So let's draw something Hawkeye related.
All right, that sounds good. I do have purples, I think. We're not drawing anything.
You drawing Kingpin?
Maybe, I don't know. I'll draw
Lou Bega?
I'll draw Lou Bega as Kingpin.
Hanging out with Kingpin. He like murdered Lou Bega for his clothes. What?
Do you remember that's gotta be too small, man.
I will make it fit.
Maybe just the hat.
That's why he wears the jacket. That's why he wears a jacket, because he had to cut it in half in the back. It only covers his shoulder blades.
Just covering the front of his body.
It's like a bib.
Dang, Kingpin. What happened to you, man? You used to be cool.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen. What were you going to say?
You saw like the third season of what's it called? Daredevil, right? On Netflix.
Yeah.
Do you remember if Bullseye, he doesn't die, does he? He gets put in the hospital or something like that?
Yeah, he doesn't die. He does go to the hospital, and I think they show that he's like still awake or alive.
Yeah. Is it kind of like the end of the Daredevil movie where like he's getting his reflexes back or something?
Something like that. I don't remember exactly, but I do know that he is alive at the end.
Yeah. That would have been cool to see him come back maybe at the end of the series. The Hawkeye series.
That would have been cool. Or Daredevil. Daredevil would have made an appearance. That would have been cool too.
That'd have been sweet, yeah. Oh well. You still have the future. Did you like the show?
I did.
Any parts in particular that popped out to you that you really enjoyed?
I liked all the nods to the Matt Fraction comic book series.
Yeah.
I liked the Tracksuit Mafia, the Bros.
Yeah. Call a Bro, or what was it called? Their company?
What was it called? Call a Bro? Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Trust a Bro, I think that's what it was.
Trust a Bro, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't care for what they did with the people that lived in this building. Like in the comic book, they turned them into LARPers.
So that's another thing that I found real silly about the last episode. They're trained first responders, but they can't do anything until they put on the other LARPer suits. And then they go back to doing the same thing they were doing before.
Yeah. Yeah, Yeah, that also did not make any sense to me.
Yeah.
I got like Mambo number 5 stuck in my head.
When don't you have Mambo number 5 stuck in your head? That's where it belongs.
It does now. It's like right in my head.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He popularized counting in music, I think. That's where Bono got it from.
I think you stole it from the Count.
The Count.
Did they ever have Lou Bega on Sesame Street? Because I feel like they should have.
It's a missed opportunity if they didn't.
It would have been very inappropriate, but why not? Sesame Street's just gone that way anyways.
How many side relationships do you have, Lou Bega? 1.
1 STD. 2 STD.
Gonna be here for a while if you're counting those count. So I'm drawing the Kingpin. I don't think I've ever drawn him before.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah. It better be.
I don't know that I've ever drawn a Kingpin before either.
He's not like your go-to villain, I would think, when it comes to like dynamic and imposing, I guess. I don't know. Or like exciting, maybe. Because he's just a guy who wears a suit.
Right.
But he's just kind of pudgy.
It's the thickness. He's down with the thickness.
Major swole.
Dim thighs.
I always really liked the Kingpin that was in the Spider-Man cartoon from the 90s.
Yeah, me too.
He was a good villain. Very intellectual, but like capable of throwing down when he had to.
Yep.
And honestly, I never really read a whole lot of comic books with him as the villain. I know he was a big villain for like Spider-Man and Daredevil, the Punisher. I just don't really remember a whole lot of stories with him at the core of it.
Yeah.
I know Bendis did a story where Daredevil and Kingpin are actually working together, I think, at some point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which it's in my stack of Daredevil books that I need to read because it's the Bendis Malieve run.
Oh, okay.
And I've never been so excited to read something that I just will never read. Like I want to, it's just I get busy with other stuff, and then I kind of shame myself for like, oh, you should be working on your own stuff instead of reading other people's stuff.
Right.
idiot. And then I'm like, yeah, you're right, me. And then I'll instead of doing that, I'll just watch like The Witcher on Netflix or something. I still don't do it, but I mean to.
It's the thought that counts.
If only. I have been writing a lot though. I'll give myself that credit that I have been working harder on writing things. And I'm getting pretty far with it.
That's good.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. I've been watching YouTube videos on like spooky stuff in history or whatever, like bedtime stories and stuff like that. Getting inspiration for short story ideas.
Yeah.
So there's that. I do cool stuff every now and then.
You know, it's just a little bit at a time.
Chipping away.
Yep.
Have you been watching anything else?
No, I mean, mostly this month has just been like Christmas movies.
Okay.
But it's been good though. I mean, after studying like the art of story for a while, I kind of start to see things, and so I'm kind of studying the movies in a way and story structure.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing that too. Unfortunately, it turns out I don't like most of the stuff I thought I did. Been watching the next season of The Witcher. I don't know how much you've heard about that show. Do you know what it's about or anything?
I know it's based on a video game.
Yeah, so it's based on a video game that's based on
a book,
like a book series that's based on folklore.
It's based on a cartoon series.
Based on a young adult romance novel.
It was based on a song.
Mm-hmm.
It was based on a true story.
Based on lies. But yeah, like that show is kind of a grab bag. Like it's some of it's good and some of it's bad, and it's jarring to see how one episode can vary from the next.
Really?
Yeah, well, at least with the second season. The first season felt pretty rounded. Like it felt smoother, at least the transitions between like some of the stuff that didn't really work for the characters and some of the stuff that did. At this one, it just seems like they just got like a batch of like brand new writers or something, and they had to integrate it with the writers that were already there, and they had to split the workload or something. I don't know what it was, but like some of like the character development stuff is like, it's just the description of character development. Like it's not actually character development. So like it's characters just kind of decide to act differently, and that's their character arc. Like nothing really happens to make them a better person. It's just like they made the wrong
nothing
choice.
Earned.
Yeah, it's like they made the wrong choice. They're like, oh, maybe I made the wrong choice or something. Nah, I probably made the right choice. And then the next time that happens, they're like, let me make something different happen. And then they did, and then they treat it like, oh man, what a great redemption story for this character. And it's not really anything. So that's been
unfortunate.
Yeah, it's been my experience with the second season. It's only 8 episodes, something like that. I'm already like 5 episodes in, and it's taken 5 episodes for something interesting to happen, like with characters, like
Yeah.
the main characters of the story. Up until now, I feel like we've been dealing a lot with like the side quest and like, oh, something big may be coming. I don't know. I'm not gonna promise anything. And at the end of the 5th episode, there's only 2 more episodes left in the season, and you're gonna have to wait another 2 years before you get another season. Ooh, something big happens. Kind of.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. You see a monster, and it's you see like the one of the main characters like get a goal that conflicts with one of the other main characters. So then there's conflict. It's taken
Right.
5 episodes to get character conflict,
Hmm.
and that's too long.
That is too long. Especially if it's just a 6-episode season.
Yeah. If it's a short season, it's like, I mean, even honestly, even if it was a 24 episode season or whatever, like that's real slow pace. Which would be fine if there was other stuff going on that I was interested in, but there's not.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff happening with characters that I have spent time with but don't care about. And I will say that's one of the things that I have learned, that time spent with a character does not equal caring about the character.
Right.
It's just time for you to decide why you do or don't like that character. And I was thinking about it, and it's like working with somebody at like a retail job or something, and your boss expects you to like your coworkers just because you've worked with them for, a couple of years. And really, you've just figured out all of the ways in which you specifically do not like those coworkers.
Right.
Some of them are cool, but you figure out in like the first 5-10 minutes of knowing them, like whether you like them or not.
Right.
And some of them you're like, oh, this is gonna be a real hard shift to get through if you're the only other one here. So yeah, it's a little disappointing, but I want to like the show. I really do, because it's an interesting idea. I just feel like they're not living up to like the potential of that idea.
Gotcha. That's too bad.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I've heard good things about the game and about the show. People telling me, I think you'd like it, you should watch it. Or, I think you'd like the game, you should play it.
Yeah. Never played the game. I have heard good things about that game, but I just never played it, never got into it. We don't have any comments we've been ignoring, have we?
No.
Okay, no. We've been like streaming for like an hour, and I just realized that happens sometimes.
Oh, did you get a chance to listen to the time slip video I sent you?
The time slip video.
Wait, did I send you that one? Or did I send you something else?
I don't remember.
I sent you a couple of videos like 2-3 weeks ago.
I've watched a lot of stuff, so maybe. It sounds familiar. What was it about?
It was about those 2 ladies who were meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Had a somewhere in Paris, and they go on a walk and they end up like back in time.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I remember that. I think I did. Yeah, that sounds right. It sounds familiar.
Yeah, I'm not liking the way this is coming out.
Oh, yeah?
I hate it.
That's good. That's dang good.
Dang good. Can't spell danger without dang. I'm gonna have to use that in my comic book. Can't spell danger without dang. I like that. So cheesy and stupid.
It's so cheesy and stupid. I hate it. I must use it.
I have to use it. Let's do that. Let's do that instead. Guide me, pencil. Show me the way.
Speaking of, I found the pencil you used in college.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That thing is destroyed.
Awesome. Poor little guy.
Poor
Which pencil was it?
It's that, I don't know what color it was supposed to be. I think it was gray at one point. It's brown now. But like, it's the one where you would like click it right here at the grip.
Uh-huh.
And it had like a silver holder for your eraser back here, but it was like a clear gray or clear brown pencil.
Cool.
I want to say it was like a 0.5.
Okay.
It looks pretty thick. It was before, I guess, you started using a 3 or something like that. I think it's the one you used to like draw your comic books back here.
Okay.
Or actually, Mom found it. She found it outside whenever she was bringing some stuff in. I guess it fell out of one of the totes that she brought in with Christmas decorations.
Oh.
And yeah, and she asked me like, "Is this yours or is this JR's?" And I was like, "I think pretty sure it's his."
Cool.
Yep, pretty neat.
I think the one I never found was my Koh-i-Noor pencil.
Really? You never found that one?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Sucks to be you. Yeah.
It does. It really does.
Now I've got this rot ring.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've seen these.
I think you showed it to me last time I saw you. Yeah.
Got a 0.5 rot ring, and then I've got where's my other one? Got a 0.4. If I can find it. Nope, I can't find it.
What is it?
Oh, my other pencil. It's a 0.4, but yeah, I don't know where it's at right now.
All right.
So I started writing a short story today.
Yeah.
This is going Tricks and Treats.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to write a story about a vampire. And so I decided I would take the opportunity and write about a Dark Horizons character.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Who are you going to write about? Which one?
So he's a lesser known one, not one that I've told you about, I don't think too much about. But I call him Petros. And he is a vampire who was killed by other vampires, or they thought they killed him. Mm-hmm. And they put him out in the sun, and it just fried his skin off. But he survived.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You remember him?
I remember you drawing a character, but I thought you called him something else. Yeah.
And I might have. I don't know what it was. So
Cephas? Bocephus?
I think you're right. I think it was Cephas, actually.
Yeah.
I think it was Cephas. But yeah, I call him Petros because that means rock in Greek, or stone.
Stone. Oh, okay.
Because his skin is like stone now.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like a revenge story and kind of an origin story for him.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, so I'm almost done writing that story I was telling you about last time, where it's this hunter goes out into like this valley and ends up finding like a monster.
Yeah.
Demon. I'm almost done with that one. I just need to write the dialogue.
Nice.
But everything else is pretty much done. And then I started writing another one, which is a World War II story. Where a group of soldiers got to go to a Nazi military lab or something, and they find these experiments that they've been doing, and some of these monsters get out, and they have to escape.
Cool.
So fun little short stories.
Nice. Are you using for Tricks and Treats?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, it'll be a couple of. So the monster one that takes place in the canyon or whatever. That one's going to be about 22 pages.
Wow.
I cut that one down quite a bit, actually. It was like 40 something pages. But I was like, I don't need probably half of this stuff. So I cut it down. It's a pretty tight 22 pages, I think. It still needs to go through more editing because like I'll send it to you and I'll send it to Amanda, and you guys can tell me what you think, what can stay and what can go. But fairly straightforward, fairly simple. I think I told you I had watched
that
Willem Dafoe movie,
right,
and that was really good inspiration for it because there's so much quiet or just acting in that movie, and I was like, that's what I want. I wanted to try to build that tension or that atmosphere with just visuals because I just like that feeling that you can get with just like either ink wash or whatever, but it's that haunting atmosphere that does so much of the work for you in the woods that you really don't need to do too much to it. And in fact, if you do too much, it kind of takes away the feeling you can get. So that's kind of what I want to do with that story.
Nice.
So yeah, and the dialogue that I am adding in is just like
internal monologue.
It's sparse. Yeah. Well, yeah, some of it's going to be. I don't know if I want internal monologue because he's going to have a radio and he's going to be communicating with his friend who actually owns the property, the ranch, or whatever. And so like he's going to be getting like tidbits of information from his friend that we're going to hear like very little about what's going on at this place. But it hopefully is enough to kind of fill in some of the blanks that you need to know about this place.
Wait, we got a comment from Johnny Johnson. He says, hey! Season's greetings, brothers. What you drawing?
God, it's Johnny. How are you, Johnny?
Johnny, we are drawing characters from Hawkeye. We're talking about that earlier. So Justin is drawing Kingpin, and I am drawing Hawkeye.
And we're having a ball.
Let me put you on solo layout here. There we go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kingpin.
Nice. It's looking good.
Thanks.
Yes, Johnny says very cool.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Johnny.
I'm drawing Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. Very good. Very cool.
There we go. But yeah, man, that story sounds good.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I don't think I'm going to be drawing it, but if I am, I'm excited about that too.
Who's going to draw it? Or who do you think
I don't know. Honestly, I'm just kind of writing it vague enough to where like you can kind of draw it with whatever style you want. So if anyone wants a story to do over the course of the year or something, that we can have them do it. If anyone's just dying to work on something but not have to write it, it's good to go.
Nice.
That's kind of the idea between actually both of those stories, the World War II story and this one.
How long is the World War II story going to be?
I have no idea. That one is probably going to be probably about the same, like 15-ish pages, maybe 20, depending on how the pacing goes for me.
Right.
So what I did with this other one, I'm calling it Burmer Ranch. It's
Burmer Ranch.
Burmer
Ranch. What kind of ranch sauce is that? Burmer Ranch sauce.
It's not as tasty as Skinwalker Ranch, but it's pretty good.
It's got half the calories.
It's Paul Newman's take on ranch.
Yeah. Johnny Johnson says, "Have fun, guys. I'll talk to you soon." Yeah, we'll see
Hey,
you later,
thanks,
Johnny.
Johnny.
Thanks for stopping by, man.
Thanks, bud.
Hope you had a Merry Christmas, Johnny.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Johnny. Yeah. But that one, like I said, we'll see how long that one is. What I did with the ranch story was that I kind of just wrote down everything that I had envisioned happening, like line for line, and it came up to about like 5 pages or so, and then I started to break it down into actual scripted pages, and that's when it was like 40 something pages, and I was like, all right, let's trim it down. And yeah, so I might do something similar with this one because it goes a lot faster whenever I do it that way.
Yeah.
Just like direction by direction as I'm kind of imagining it. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'd like to be done with that one by the end of the week.
Nice.
Yeah, they're not taking very long. Like we had talked about before, it's the nice thing about writing these like inconsequential stories, I guess, or like not in a universe kind of a story or a long form story.
Right. You have to worry about continuity or anything like that.
Right. You just gotta worry about telling a good story right here, and that's it.
Yep.
So
So I know you've been studying story a lot lately. So what's something you feel like you've learned or you've noticed?
probably like just in terms of like
Just in terms of storytelling, like anything that stuck out to you recently that's just in your head lately.
okay. Probably the idea of relating to a character, like trying to get the reader or the viewer or whatever to relate to the character through either tragedy or conflict. Trying to I guess make the reader care about why the story matters. That's been kind of on my mind lately, and that's what I've been really trying to understand with the shows I've been watching. Like I said, The Witcher. So much of that stuff is like people that you spend a lot of time with, but you don't necessarily care about them because they haven't shown you any like real. They haven't really given you a reason to care about them, I guess.
Yeah.
So for me, that's probably what's been in my head the most lately. I'm trying to engage the audience that way emotionally. That's one of the things that I really wanted to do with like a Tree of Life, and
Yeah.
it sounds like I was able to do it fine. I just don't know how I did it. But like I wanted to like engage the audience a little bit with like the characters. Like they care about each other, and maybe that's enough to make you care about them a little bit. So yeah. So that's what it's been for me.
Okay. Do you feel like you've learned anything like with that in mind? Like, is there anything you noticed that you're like, okay, this is how it was done in this story or this movie?
Um,
Or this TV show?
this TV show. Not off the top of my head, not right now. I did like for like with Hawkeye, you saw Clint spending time with his family and really he's like still very shell shocked by all of the stuff that happened with like Natasha and the Avengers, like the whole thing. But the only place where he finds like refuge or comfort is his kids.
Yeah.
And I would say probably like the biggest moment that I saw was in episode 2 or 3. I don't remember where it was. It might have been 3, where Kate is like having to write down what his son is saying over the phone.
Yeah.
Like that part, I was like, dang, I kind of care about Kate now. Like she shared a moment with Clint.
Right.
So I would say like that's probably what like stuck out to me the most lately about making me care about a character that maybe otherwise I don't know that I would have. Kate's not necessarily a bad character or anything. She's written pretty well, but I would say that was like what cinched it for me. I was like, okay, there's a nice moment there of like where they trust each other a little bit.
Yeah.
So for me, that was
a moment.
Off the top of my head, yeah.
Do you understand why that made you care about her?
I think so.
Like the science behind that.
The science.
The sciences. Or the method, I guess, behind that moment.
The method behind it. I think it was kind of a vicarious thing between Clint and you cared about Clint, and then you had someone be kind to that character. If I had to guess, it'd probably be something like that. You have her being I'm also drawing. Give me a second.
Can't think and draw at the same time.
Are you crazy? No, I don't know. Like I said, if I had to guess, it's just like if we care about Clint and then we see Clint's like opening up to somebody else or like being vulnerable to somebody else, then we also kind of trust that character and we also kind of have this we vicariously build that relationship there maybe.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. There's something I just talked to another writer about recently on Facebook. It's called the save the cat moment for a hero, where you have the hero save the cat and you imbue that character with a good quality because they did that good thing.
Yeah,
that good deed. And so one of the ways that a writer will make you like a character is give them that save the cat moment. And then like on top of that, there's also like certain attributes that you give the character that makes the reader or the viewer like a character. One of those things is being really good at something.
Yeah.
So like one of the things that of course Hawkeye is really good at is being a good shot. And we see that Kate Bishop has the same attribute where she's really good shot. But then also you've got that moment where she saves the cat. Basically she helps our hero who's in a vulnerable position, like you said. And also knowing that that's her hero makes that moment a little more
human.
Yeah. But I think also if I heard a writer say this before. Like, if it matters to your main character, it'll matter to the audience.
Yeah.
If it doesn't matter to your character, it's not going to matter to the audience.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I think it's easy to root for a character when you have a clear understanding of what their want is, and then you see something stand in their way. Then you've created tension.
Yeah.
And when you've created tension, you've grabbed the attention of the audience.
Why do you think it worked there, but like, let's say not so much in Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi, he never had a moment like that where he does something heroic early on.
Mm-hmm.
He's very passive and during his introduction of the movie.
Yeah.
He wakes up, he works out, he goes to work. You have these little funny moments with him. And then when he does fight, it's not to defend someone else, it's to defend himself.
Yeah.
On the train or that bus.
Yeah.
Or what was it he was on? I guess it was like a tramway, I guess.
Yeah. But was it a bus? I thought it was a bus.
Maybe it was a bus. I thought, never mind. Whatever it was. Because they're after him.
Public transportation, yeah.
Right. But he's defending himself. He's not defending the citizens. He's not defending his best friend. He's defending himself. So he was never given that moment.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's try out these markers. Oh, what about you? Has there been anything that's been kind of popping out at you lately?
So watching a whole bunch of these old Christmas movies, and a lot of them are very old. Because Crystal likes to watch the older stuff, and it's definitely expanded my taste in movies. But I do enjoy watching them, and like back then, the storytelling was so like, I won't say strong, but like the ingredients of storytelling were very pronounced.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were in their purest form, like very strong.
Yeah.
So those movies did not waste any time in telling you what the main character wanted and what the main character needed.
Yeah.
Before the movie like really got going. And I feel like that gets lost in a lot of like modern movies.
Mm-hmm.
You spend more time trying to make them look cool.
Yeah. Those movies were a lot shorter too, weren't they?
They were. Yeah, so you got like a concentration of the story elements in those movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, like a character's wants and needs, like establishing that early on is kind of what I've learned recently.
Yeah. Hmm. So we're talking about the writer of Community. What's his name? Harmon. Dan Harmon.
Yeah,
Harmon.
yeah, Dan
Talked
Harmon.
about him a couple of weeks ago, and after we talked about him, I was like, you know what? I haven't seen Rick and Morty, like the last season. Well, I mean, not the last season, but like season 4. I had seen all of season 2 and 3, and I had liked it way more than I thought I would. Um, that whenever I first started watching that show, I didn't think I was going to like it very much. I was like, oh, I'll give it a shot. I keep hearing people talk about how good it is, and it's a very entertaining show. So I decided, or rather remembered, I hadn't seen season 4 after we talked. So I started watching it. It's only 10 episodes. They're very short seasons, but I watched it all in about 2 days or so, and it's still very good, still very entertaining. There's there's very clever moments in there, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Your mileage may vary, but there's this one episode I wanted to talk to you about that I thought was an interesting idea. So the whole episode is about a heist, and it's basically a parody of every single heist movie that has ever existed.
Nice.
Dan Harmon notoriously hates heist movies.
Really?
Yeah, or at least he dislikes a lot of the newer ones. I don't know how he feels about like older heist movies and stuff like Ocean's 11 or whatever. But like I remember watching this clip on YouTube about how he was talking about Now You See Me, and honestly, the biggest thing about his bit about that was like they released a part 2 to that movie. You know what it was called? Now You See Me Too. It should have been called Now You Don't. And that was kind of his beef with it, like initially, and then he kind of gets into why he really doesn't care for heist movies.
Yeah.
This show, I don't know what it's actually called, like the title of the episode, but it has to deal with there's this guy who's like a what do you call it, like a art thief, like a whatever, cosmic art thief or whatever, and so Rick has to steal something from him. He gets into like a bet with this guy. He's like betting him he could steal something before he steals something, and so Rick builds this machine that is basically designed to heist things like in the most convoluted way possible. Like it can't just like steal something. It has to like plan 1,000 steps ahead and like know every possible like variance and then like plan for it. And so that's basically the show. Is like half of the show is them flashing back to like, oh well, you did this and I expected you would do this, so that I did this. And while we're doing that, we learn that what's his name, Morty, the kid, is writing a screenplay on a heist movie, and Rick is like kind of discouraging him this whole time. He's like, "Don't write a heist movie. Heist movies are stupid. It's all about like, oh, you did this, and I knew you were going to do this, so I'm going to do that." And that's basically what's happening throughout the entire episode. like in real life for them.
Right.
So then, towards the end of the episode, Rick is able to win the bet or whatever, and so he's Morty ends up getting a deal with Netflix to pitch the idea. So he goes to the meeting, and Morty's like, "Listen, Rick, I know you don't like heist movies, and you think this is stupid." And Rick's like, "No, I want you to have your shot. You're my grandson. You know, I want you to chase your dreams if you want to." So he takes him to the meeting, and Morty's sitting there explaining his plot to the heist movie. He's like, "So basically, the idea is this guy." He steals some stuff, and then this other guy says, "I knew you were going to steal some stuff," and it turns out it was part of his plan. But then at the end of the movie, we find out it was all part of the good guy's plan, and he just starts like losing confidence in himself because he realizes everything Rick had just said was true, and like everything he just went through, like it makes it all seem boring. He's like,
Yeah.
"Huh," and so the executive guy's like, "Listen, kid, if you're slowing down because you think you're blowing this, like you're not. Like this is a really interesting movie." He's like, "Yeah, I just don't think this is really that interesting anymore. I don't think I want to do this." And so he gives up. He walks away, and then you cut back to Rick, and he's sitting there in his car, and then you flash back to like a couple of weeks ago, where you find out that Morty has this Netflix deal, and Summer, his sister, is telling Rick, "Listen, people can sell Netflix movies and stuff. Like they'll buy whatever. You might actually lose Morty as a sidekick." And so Rick gets like concerned, and so he devises this entire plan to discourage Morty from from selling the Netflix deal, or from selling the movie idea. And then you cut back to the executives, and they're like, "Man, that kid just like lost all confidence in himself. It's like someone just heisted his his enthusiasm right from under him." And then they play like the heist music, and then they cut to credits.
It is pretty clever.
Yeah, it's a funny idea on how to do something you don't like.
Yeah.
Interesting show.
Okay.
They also did another show where they're on this train, and everyone's telling stories about Rick and how they know Rick and stuff like that. And the actual show is fine. It's just I thought the most humorous part of the show was that they show the track that they're on, and it's a circle, and it's divided up into 8 or 9 parts. And he's like, "We're at this part of the station, which is where we decide what we want, and then we got to go all the way up here, and we'll return at the end of the story."
The story circle, basically.
It's the story circle, yeah. So that was funny. It's like it's a meta like episode of the series.
That's funny. How's your Kingpin coming along?
It's coming along all right. I got distracted with telling stories, so I'm a little further behind than I'd like to be. But
Put you on the layout here.
all right.
Oh, that's cool. Like the turtleneck.
Yeah. I'll have to touch up some of the black with some white out, but otherwise, it's coming along.
Very nice.
How's yours going?
It's going. You guys saved it a little bit.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Like the hair. It came out really
Thanks.
well. So, who have you been looking at lately for like artistic inspiration? If you've been looking at anybody lately.
Just I think Al Williams recently. I was looking through his stuff.
Yeah.
What about you?
Man, I haven't really had time to look at anybody, to be honest with you. Like I said, I haven't been doing like a whole lot of drawing, and the drawing I have done has been like real quick digital stuff of just like ideas that pop into my head, and I kind of want to sketch them down.
Right.
But before that, I was looking at John Buscema and Al Williams.
Good guys to look at.
Yep. I don't think I'll ever get tired of looking at Buscema's ability to just draw, like capture energy in his drawings.
Yeah.
Is so good at it. I don't love all of his faces. Like I'll admit that. Like sometimes they look a little wonky, but man, that dude knew how to draw action, dynamism.
Yeah.
His anatomy was pretty good too. I was watching a review channel of some comic books, and I was like, yeah, like more recent comics.
Yeah.
I was like, man, what a shame. What a shame we strayed away from the fundamentals like that, you know?
Yeah.
You don't see it as, it's not as prevalent as it used to be. I will say though, I did see like something from Patrick Zurcher. Man, I don't even know how long ago it was. It was a mixed bunch of videos that I was watching because I don't know how long ago it was. But like he's gotten like significantly better than I remember him. He used to do Cable Deadpool, and I never liked the issues he did because like his style was too blocky, and it felt a lot like who was it, John Ramada Jr.
Yeah.
Where it was like it didn't feel right. It just felt too blocky. Like his line work was better in terms of like his line weight was better than I think Ramada's is, but it just felt too clunky, and I don't know. It was just not the style that I wanted for that book. And then I saw something he did, like I said, maybe less than a year ago, and it's pretty good. It's closer to like the style of Al Williams or something, or yeah, where you it seems a bit more realistic. Like his shadow work is stronger.
Nice.
So, you know, interesting. I thought because I didn't think he was ever going to change his style. Seems like it was a good fit for him though. Kudos.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what is the last thing he drew?
Ooh, it was Superman. That's the thing that I saw. It was either, okay. You know what it probably was? Action Comics. Now that I think about it, he was drawing Action Comics for a little while. Whenever they did, it was after the New 52. Whenever all of the DC titles came back.
Okay.
Clayman did a couple of issues, but I think Patrick Zurcher was the alternating artist.
Yeah, I've never been a Patrick Zurcher fan.
Yeah, I agree. He was never my style.
Did he draw Iron Man? I mean, for a little bit.
He may have. I don't know. I know. So he did Cable, Deadpool, and then he did do other stuff for Marvel. He worked for them for like 10 years, but I couldn't tell you exactly what he worked on. I was also thinking about Hawkeye, the Matt Fraction series, and as much as you love David Age's work, I will never understand why they got the alternating artist that they did, whose style was nothing like David Age's.
Right. Yeah.
Like you would think. To be fair, yes, David Age is a unique artist. Like he's got his own style, but you can get someone that's like comparably good to him, right? Like doesn't necessarily have to have the exact same style, but understands what he was doing with that book.
Right.
And instead they got I don't remember their name. It was like Perez or something like that.
I don't even remember what the name was.
But like,
you're right. It was
not even close.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah. So, some hits and misses.
Yep. I forgot this version of Hawkeye had his quiver, his quiver. Not just on his back, but he also had a side one on his leg.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was a pretty cool design. I like that. Was. I assume it was Asia, right, that designed all of them?
Yeah.
Because they were very streamlined, very
well thought out and designed.
Yeah, very well thought out and designed, but like, what's the word I'm looking for? Minimalist.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't very busy, like a whole lot of pouches and stuff going on, but
yeah,
it felt really sleek.
Yep.
Had you ever considered going to like character design when you were starting out?
No, because I feel like I'm terrible at it.
It's an art on its own.
It is. But it's also like design itself. It's like I'm just not good at design. I wish I was.
It seems like it would be really handy in our line of work.
It would be.
I mean, I think we have like a natural instinct for it, though, right? Like we can draw
Well, I mean,
something, know it looks bad.
exactly. You know when we suck.
I can at least tell you when I didn't do it right.
I mean, we do take classes in design, but it's just
Yeah,
not like our emphasis.
right. And also, it's kind of hard to keep that in your mind when you're taking design. Like, this will be useful for whatever, like later on in the future.
Yeah, it's like math.
Yeah. They tell you you'll need it later, but you're like, bet.
When? Meh. All right, to look up this reference to see what his bow and arrow looks like. Yeah.
Oh, also, do you know a lot about Echo? Because I've only
Not.
read one book with her in there.
Did you read any of the new Avengers stuff?
I did not know.
Okay. Well, that's my only um, interactions with Echo is the new Avengers
Hmm.
when they're reassembling the Avengers, and I guess they ask for Daredevil to join the team, and
Mm-hmm.
Matt says, "I can't. I got to protect Hell's Kitchen and beat up people
Yeah.
with
Who
my
would give
fists,
up that?
with my fist of anger."
Yeah.
And so he recommends somebody to join the Avengers, and they join as Ronin,
Mm-hmm.
and that's actually when Ronin first comes in,
Yeah.
and it's Echo.
Hmm.
So like Echo, I guess, was her villain name, and Ronin was
Yeah.
her after she reformed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I read the Bendis run of Moon Knight, and that's where I know Echo from.
Okay. Was she on that?
She was in that, but when she was in
She
that,
was.
she didn't have a prosthetic leg. I don't know if that's something they introduced in the show or if that was in the comic that I just didn't know about.
Yeah, I think that's just in the show because I don't remember them talking about her having a prosthetic leg in the comic
Mm-hmm.
book either. Avengers.
Hmm.
She was just deaf.
Yeah, she was just deaf, and she fought crime. That's
Yep.
all I
She
knew
had,
about her.
yeah, she had like the ability to mimic other fighters, like kind of like Taskmaster in a way.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure why she gave up being Ronin though.
Yeah.
Didn't really follow the book that long.
When was the last time you think you read a Marvel comic?
It's been a while. I mean, probably 6 months ago or so.
6 months, huh?
Yeah, I think I reread some issues of Hawkeye with Crystal.
Hmm.
The Matt Fraction series.
Sure.
But like, it was not anything new.
Yeah.
I haven't gone out and purchased a Marvel comic in probably over a year.
Yeah. What do you think the last thing was you bought that was new at the time?
Oof. Yeah, I'm not even sure. I can't remember what the last thing I actually followed was. What about you?
I still buy stuff. Like I'm still, like I said, I'm getting Moon Knight. I haven't gone there in like 3 months or so to pick up my pull list, but I'm still getting Moon Knight, Immortal Hulk, which actually just ended probably no, it was about last month. I think last month was the last issue.
Who did they get to replace Joe Bennett?
As far as I know, they didn't replace him. I didn't think so.
Yeah, because I know like it's probably like 6 months ago or so, the writer was saying he didn't want to work with Joe Bennett anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ewing?
Yeah, I guess.
Al Ewing? No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
For political reasons.
Of course. No. Why else would you stop working with a professional? I don't know. Like I haven't read the last probably I want to say 10 issues, I think, of Hulk, but I was still buying it. That's a shame too. I really like Joe Bennett on that book.
Yeah. He's an excellent artist.
Yeah. Hmm. And then there's other books that I'm buying. I haven't read them, but I mean to, because it's an interesting idea. Like I don't even know if they're still making it, but like Savage Avengers.
Yeah.
With Punisher, Wolverine, Conan. That seemed like an interesting idea, and I have them. And I mean to read them. That hasn't happened yet.
I'll get to it when I get to it.
And not a moment sooner. Yeah. That's kind of my relationship with Marvel right now. Like I mean to, but I just haven't.
Yeah.
But yeah, the books that they're putting out that I'm interested in has dwindled, which is always kind of sad.
It is sad.
Hmm.
So what you guys eat for Christmas?
Oh, we had ham. With pineapple and cherries, and we had green beans, cornbread. Well, it's like corn pudding, but it baked a little longer than it was supposed to, and it just became cornbread.
Gotcha.
Which, not complaining, it was still really good. Just
not what you expected.
not what I expected. Yeah. What else do we have? Spanish potatoes and carrots, baby carrots.
Nice.
What about you guys? What did you end up making?
So we did ham with pineapple.
Yep.
And we did mashed potatoes and country gravy. Did macaroni and cheese, green bean casserole, and candied carrots.
Candied carrots.
Yeah. It's good stuff. It's my first time making a ham, and it came out pretty good.
What did you guys eat before?
First we used to make taco bake, I think. Or tacos.
Taco bake?
Yeah.
What's that?
Basically tacos in casserole form.
Oh, that sounds really good. Yeah.
Just gotta dish it out. Throw your sour cream on top. Jalapenos.
You care for like spicy stuff or not really?
I mean, I do. Like, it just depends. Not always.
Yeah.
Like, I like pizza with jalapenos, but I don't want to eat that all the time.
Sure.
What about you?
It also depends. It depends on my mood. I have to be in the mood for something spicy, otherwise I'm not going to be very happy. And it can't be. I've got kind of like a baby palate. Like I can't handle very spicy things.
Yeah.
Amanda picks on me because she grew up in New Mexico, and I don't think that's fair that she gets to judge me for my tolerance to spicy things when she grew up like snacking on hot coals.
Yeah, but New Mexico hot's different. I don't know. That doesn't count.
I mean, it's still too spicy for me.
A lot of green chili stuff.
They love that green chili stuff, and it's not bad. It's not what I want my world made of.
Right.
But it's not bad. Dang it. But yeah, I don't mind hot stuff. Again, jalapenos on pizza, like you said, that's fine. Occasionally, jalapenos with fried chicken, totally cool with it. If they're pickled jalapenos, that's another thing. If they're pickled jalapenos, I'm fine with it.
Right. Yeah.
Jalapenos in my Whataburger, very nice. I can do that sometime. Yeah, it just depends on my mood. Mm-hmm. All right.
So, how is Moon Knight?
Moon Knight. It's good. Like I haven't read like the last 4 issues or something like that, but the first issue was pretty good. It was interesting. Introducing a new villain for him, and it sounds like they're bringing back a couple of older ones too. Do you know who the Zodiac is?
Sounds familiar.
I'm not 100% sure. I feel like he fought Ghost Rider. But I don't know like what his deal is. I don't really remember it. I feel like he was just about like killing people, and like he was based like loosely on the Zodiac killer, which is kind of a weird thing for Marvel to do, but that's their call, I guess.
Yeah.
So let's see what else I got here. Yeah, I think they're bringing him back. They brought back Tigra, or what's her name? The girl that looks like she's half tiger.
I don't think I'm familiar with her.
Oh, she looks like the female Thundercat.
Oh, okay.
that's about all I can tell you about her. I'm pretty sure her name's Tigra, unless I'm thinking about the female Thundercat. Yeah. Anyway, they brought her back, I think. And then this new character is called Hunter's Moon, and he's like a second disciple of Khonshu. So
It's interesting.
it is, yeah. It's an interesting idea. I'm curious to see where it goes. Apparently, not curious enough to go buy the comic books, or at least pick them up from my file. I have them. I just haven't gone by there and picked them up yet. I'm sure the comic book guys at the shop are going to be real excited to see me. It's payday, boys. Got a few of them in there.
Got enough for rent now.
Very cool.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Good.
Anyway. Yep. I'm excited for the TV show.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what they do with it.
Mm-hmm. Really am hoping they treat it like they did with the Netflix characters. I mean, it looks like he's going to be pretty brutal anyway, based on that trailer. Hey, when we went to New York, do you remember seeing that many water towers on rooftops?
I saw some. I don't remember seeing that many.
Seems like Hell's Kitchen's got like a monopoly going. Water towers. Honestly, if I had found out like in the show that Wilson Fisk owned like Water Tower Incorporated or something, I'd be like, yeah, I'd buy it. He is all over the place.
They are everywhere in Hell's Kitchen. Sometimes the devil gets thirsty. Well, that jumping around he does. I bet he does.
Yeah. I don't know how he stays hydrated.
That gotta be a
full body suit.
Right.
He's just like shooting sweat out of his like mouth hole. By morning, he's just like making slushing sounds everywhere he goes. Dude, it is hot in Hell's Kitchen, man. I don't know what you're doing.
And Zips just like a water balloon just bursting in his suit.
It's like 20 pounds lighter without it. Just passed out in the corner. One of the roofs. Devil needs a Gatorade.
Electrolytes. Devil needs electrolytes. Gatorade is thirsty for that deep down devil thirst.
He's like sneaking around a warehouse. All the criminals are in the floor, like making their drug deal, and you just hear, yeah.
Passing it out.
What the heck is that? This guy's gonna pass out.
I got a cramp.
I need a banana.
I gotta step away for a second, and I'll be back.
All right, I'll be here. Oh, mercy. What a world. All right. Making stuff. All right. So for anybody who might be watching, just a heads up. I don't know what I'm doing. I always meant to learn what I was doing, but I never figured it out. Oh well. I think I'm pretty much done with the... No, I'm not. A liar. A liar with Lucifer lips.
All right, I'm back.
All right. I don't know if you ever ran into this, but I know I did, because sometimes I draw in front of my friends, like in the break room or whatever. Do you ever, like, you're drawing something and you're pretty much done with it, but you realize that, like, there's one stray line or whatever, so maybe you need to fix it. You need to go in there, you need to do, like, these, like, minute details, and then you stop. and you're like, okay, now it's done. And then like other people will be like, wow, all that work just for like that little line. Like it doesn't matter, but you know it does because these little details bother you.
Right.
Like I don't know if that's something that most professions can I guess identify with or whatever, but like there's little things that like to anybody else like they don't care. Most like it's worth saying that like 90% of that drawing is fine, or like 99.9% of that drawing is fine, but you know there's that one little like that nostril's just a little too high. So I'll go in with like a whiteout thing, like it's a little okay, that's better. And then somebody else will look at me like that was a waste of time. You just wasted my time watching you do that. Yeah.
Man, someone said that to
I
me, I'd
always
be like, I'm not charging for you to watch, so shut up.
yeah,
Right?
that's right. Hmm. All right. I'm gonna add some color to this pudgy big bad baby.
Sounds good.
To boss baby over here.
Boss Baby. Have you seen those movies?
I have not. No.
Okay.
Have you?
No, I was going to ask you if they were any good.
I don't know. I can't imagine. Yes.
Well, a title like Boss Baby, I can't imagine yes either.
There's this guy at work who's well, I guess in this story there's you need to know about two guys at work. There's this one guy at work. His name is Ralph. He used to be a Marine, and really funny guy. He reminds me a lot of Kevin James.
Yeah.
Like the way he's animated about stuff. He's kind of a short, stocky guy, but he's very animated in like the way he talks and tells jokes and stuff. There's this other guy. His name's Robert, and he shaves his head. Like he's got a receding hairline. He shaves his head, and both of these guys are like in their mid-20s, maybe. Not old people by any means, but Ralph's a mean kind of funny. and, was one time Robert came in and we were working on stuff in the gun vault, and Ralph asked him, "Hey Robert, you watch cartoons?" And Robert was like, yeah, sometimes I guess. Like which ones? Like kids cartoons?" And Robert was like, I kind of not really. You ever seen Boss Baby? So Robert goes, no, I can't say I have. And he's like looking around like he knows this is a setup for something.
Yeah.
So Ralph goes, "What, you don't look in the mirror every morning? You seen Boss Baby?"
Dang.
Like, dang, Ralph.
It's cold.
You're funny, but goddamn. uh, good dudes. Good dudes.
As long as he has a good sense of humor about it, I guess.
Yeah. What the heck is this? You know what color that is? Cosmos. I don't know what color the universe is.
It looks like a blush, maybe like a pink.
Like a pink, maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
Am I crazy, or did the Kingpin wear an ascot in the cartoon?
I don't remember.
I feel like he wore like some kind of tie for a turtleneck, but I
He
don't know what
might.
it was.
He might have. Yeah, I'll just say that. Like it's. I can picture that. Whether that's accurate or just picturing it because you mentioned it, like I don't know.
Well, we're gonna act like it's factual.
All right, let's do it.
These markers have a nice coverage to them.
Nice.
Would you say his turtleneck was like a sky blue or like a purple?
Probably like a sky blue or turquoise.
All right, I've got a sky blue and I have a pastel blue. I'm gonna do sky blue or pastel blue first, and then I'll darken it up with some sky blue.
Sounds good.
Maybe. This looks pretty dark. Who's your favorite villain for Daredevil?
Guess Bullseye.
Yeah.
He's kind of like the Green Goblin to Spider-Man, you know.
He's the one who killed Elektra, right?
Yeah. Kind of like how Green Goblin killed Gwen Stacy.
That's right. What did you think of Haley Stanfield as Kate Bishop?
I liked her, honestly.
Yeah.
I thought she was good casting. I liked her interactions with Yelena Belova.
Yeah. You know what? I liked her more than I thought I would. I wasn't sure about that casting because I really don't know her work.
Yeah.
But she did good. I liked her. She was more likable than I thought she would be. Than I thought they would write her. It would have been really easy to write Kate Bishop as a very unlikable person, I think.
Yeah.
But good job.
That was cool how they introduced, not introduced, but like they had Black Widow in there.
Yeah. I didn't think they would do that quickly. I thought they'd actually like use her for like movies and stuff. I didn't know that. I didn't think they would use her for a show.
Yeah.
But it's cool that they did. I agree. Mm-hmm.
What's the next Marvel you showed? You know?
No, I don't know. It would be in about 3 or 4 months, wouldn't it? Because they're doing it every 4 months or 3 months.
Something like that.
Mm.
Oh, I guess Book of Boba Fett comes out, but I guess that's more Star Wars than MCU.
Yeah, but it's a Disney Plus show, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that comes out on Friday.
Yeah.
Interesting. Have you seen the trailers for it?
I've seen one.
Okay.
And I don't care to watch another one because I'll just wait for the show.
Right.
Kind of feel the same way about Obi-Wan. Like, I'm curious, but I don't want to ruin it for myself. I just want to be surprised when I watch it.
Right. Hmm. It looks better on screen than it does in real life. That's cool. All right.
It's movie magic.
Hooray. Okay.
Since you're using markers, I guess I'll break out mine.
Yeah. It's real fun.
I can find it.
Oops, too much.
Maybe I won't use my markers. Because I don't feel like it. Yeah, who do I do without them?
Oh.
Oh, well. Oh, but I can use my inks.
There you go. What kind of inks are those?
I've got Noodler inks. I've got this Noodler's Ink Red.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got... I should have blue around here somewhere. Yep, I got blue right here.
Mm-hmm.
Mix them together, and what do you get?
A different
blue.
color. That's right.
Red with blue.
You mix them together, what do you get? A mess.
Now I need a place to make the mess.
There's one thing about like watercolors and inks. You need a third surface.
Yeah. You sure enough do. There we go. Here we go.
Hmm. My color palette choices here kind of remind me of what's it called? Continuity. Continuity comics.
Oh yeah.
Where they use those like really bold colors.
Yes. That was Art Adams or Arthur
Neil.
Adams? Neil Adams. There you go.
Neil. Yeah, it was one of the Adams boys.
It was one of those Adams.
It was somebody in the Adams family.
The Adams family. Do what they want to do. Say what they want to say. You remember that song? I think it was MC Hammer. Was it MC Hammer? Yeah, I don't know. It's whoever the popular rapper was at that time.
Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, it could have been Vanilla Ice.
No, I don't remember that. I do. I remember probably you singing that, but I don't remember the actual song.
You poor creature. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if this works. Oh, that looks terrible.
I was a fool.
But I went with it anyways. Yeah, now his chest just looks black.
Subtle, very subtle.
Yeah. That's what I was going for.
Went for subtle tone changes. You rube.
You Philistine.
You Philistine.
I need some water. Water won't save you now, you fool.
Did you ever watch Mad Max Fury Road?
No, I never did watch it. Is it any good?
Yeah, it's a really good movie. Well, it's a very entertaining movie. I'll say that. I thought it was a good movie. I don't know if everyone will agree with me, but I just remember that whenever you said that about water will not save you, because it's like the whole point of the movie is that like the main guy has like these massive reserves of water that he doesn't share with his people that he rules over, and he like tries to convince them that water is bad for them. It's like the greed of water is bad. So
nice.
Some political undertones, I guess, but I don't know. Otherwise, very entertaining movie though. I don't know. I saw the first Mad Max probably like 8 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
Like actually watched it all the way through, and I was like, it's fine, you know.
Yeah.
It's a 1980 movie or a 1979 movie. I don't know when it was. It was a very old movie, but like, it's okay. I never watched the other ones though, like Thunderdome, and I don't remember the other one. Well, I guess it would be Mad Max, and then Thunderdome, and then the first one was Road Warrior or something like that.
Yeah, Rogue One.
Rogue One. What a great movie.
Mad Max 3, The Royal Baby.
The Royal Wedding. Mad Max 3, A Christmas in Paradise.
Christmas with a Prince. It's forever gonna be my favorite go-to, like part 3, like the royal baby.
It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, this sucks, man. I'm rolling with it.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm rolling with it.
I'm rolling. I'm rolling.
I'm rolling now. Hey, who sings My Name is Jonas?
Weezer.
Weezer. That's right.
Or maybe the Jonas Brothers. Who's to say?
It should have been the Jonas Brothers. Makes sense.
Right. You'd think they'd have done a cover of it by now.
Yeah, I want to say I was at Hideaway Pizza the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were playing some cool music. And like My Name is Jonas came on, and I was like, oh my gosh, who sings that song? I could not remember. Yeah, so this is ruined. But I had fun making it up until I decided to add ink to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's the important thing.
It's not, but it was fun.
Is it water soluble or is it like alcohol ink?
It's I think once it's on, it's on. Yeah. It's waterproof.
Yeah. Is it fireproof though?
Well, we'll find out. Tune in next week.
I see you in hell. You just light it on fire. There you go.
You know, I would like to try that, and I should do that on a live stream.
You want to try fire
using fire? Because did I ever tell you about that story that David Asia drew Iron Fist for somebody at a convention?
Mm-hmm.
And he set the drawing on fire, and he used the effect of the fire, like the smoke that it left and the singe. And he used it as part of the drawing.
That's cool. I've seen people light their drawings on fire. I didn't know about that story though.
Yeah. Yeah, this was back when he did Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought that was really cool. I need to find the drawing that he did to understand how he used it exactly.
Yeah.
What the finished product looked like. But yeah, I should totally do that on a live stream.
I saw this guy who would light stuff on fire and then use the smoke to draw with it while it was burning.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's an interesting idea. Problem is you need to be at like a really awkward angle underneath your canvas so that because the smoke's going to travel up.
Right.
And you need to catch the carbon on the canvas while you're doing that. Yeah. So, no, it looks cool. It looks like a really interesting process. It's just, yeah, something to look into, I guess.
I'm trying to find a Jelly Roll pen. But I have one up here. I have a new pack of them, but I don't want to open a new pack because I know I've got one out there somewhere.
Yeah, that's
Rolling
always
around in the
frustrating.
wild. Yeah. I do have this opaque white Sharpie. Let's try and use that, but I don't really like it because it's like a painting pen and it drips.
Yeah.
It's not very accurate. I don't know if you've seen these before.
Oops. Yeah, I've seen those.
It claims to be fine.
I had one that's kind of like that. As a matter of fact, the one I'm using right now is Higgins, but it's obviously black, but it has that same idea in there.
Yeah.
It works fine for black because you just want blotchy black sometimes, but I can imagine that's pretty annoying for whiteout. You need to be a bit more precise.
Right. All right. Now it looks nice and crappy like a kindergarten drew this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No offense to you kindergartens out there. Y'all draw that crap.
You guys suck and you know
With your developing motor skills.
Like an
underdeveloped. Underdeveloped motor skills. Your poor hand-to-eye coordination. You know you guys suck. Your mom puts your drawings on your refrigerator out of pity.
Only excited to put them on the refrigerator because that means she gets to take down an older one of yours.
You guys know you suck.
There's no easy way to say this. Your parents hate you.
You're terrible people. They love you, but they know you suck. Turn on my lights over here.
You don't need to see what I'm doing. It's none of your business.
I'm gonna practice drawing like Daredevil.
Yeah. Just remember, the world is on fire.
How about yours? That's the way I like it. I'll never get bored.
I'll get bored. I'll get bored real fast with that song.
It's the best song in
a
long time. I don't know what you're talking about.
I hate so much everything about Smash Mouth music. I've only heard 3 of their songs, but oh my god, it's the same song.
If you've heard 3 of their songs, you've heard all of their songs.
I've heard too many of their songs to be sure.
You've heard all the songs worth listening to. But the same could be said for Nickelback. But I would rather listen to Smash Mouth than Nickelback.
I think I'd rather be deaf. Think if those were my options, I'd be like, well, then there's nothing left for me on this world. Goodbye.
Yeah.
In any case. That's good stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Good for Nickelback and Smash Mouth for earning the reputation they have.
The guy from Nickelback just sounds like he's dropping a deuce while he's recording the song.
Never made it as a wise man.
Like he's just like mid-push when he's singing.
Yeah. He might be. I don't know his business.
I think that's what I can't stand the most about his voice.
Yeah.
It's like my throat tightens up just listening to him sing. Like, I don't know. This psychological thing happens where it's like I hear him squeezing his voice and my throat starts to tighten up. Like,
It's like when somebody yawns and then you yawn. It's like a sympathetic response to what you're hearing.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go deuce now.
It's like an old man, like a disheveled old man, kind of trying to get up out of his seat.
Yeah. This photograph.
Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
But I flirt every time I laugh, so I try not to do it too often. Nickelback. Who are the bands you think of when you think of the 90s?
When I think of the 90s?
Yeah.
Dave Matthews, Third Eye Blind, Goo Goo Dolls, Counting Crows, Backstreet Boys.
Really, Backstreet Boys?
I think of the Backstreet Boys quite a bit when I think of the 90s. Did you say good bands or just bands in general?
Just bands in general. I'm just curious.
Yeah, Backstreet Boys were, I guess, late 90s, weren't they? They were like 98-ish.
Yeah, I think so.
Matchbox 20.
Yeah. Yeah, I was on a Matchbox 20 kick like a couple of weeks ago. I just pulled up like his music on YouTube.
Yeah. His voice is not really something that I've ever really been in the mood to listen to, but I did like their music. Like the band themselves had good ideas when it came to music.
Yeah.
What about you? What bands do you think of kind of encapsulate the '90s for you?
Yeah, I think most of the ones you listed. I'd go with Third Eye Blind, Goo Goo Dolls, Dave Matthews, Sarah McLachlan.
Dang, Sarah McLachlan. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Who else? Garbage, the
Yeah.
Cranberries. Bowling for Soup.
Yeah.
Blink 182. Like these are all bands. Like whenever I hear the music, I just kind of take them back to that time.
Mm-hmm. Bowling for Soup is one of those bands where only really one of their songs reminds me of the '90s. The rest of them are very early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guess that's whenever they gained like pop notoriety was in the
Yeah,
2000s.
yeah. Joseph Arthur, of course.
Yeah. Although barely though, wasn't it? It was 1999 whenever he released "Come to Where I'm From," his first actual album.
No, it wasn't 99. It was before that.
Was it? Was it '96?
I think it was 96. Yeah.
'96 was definitely Third Eye Blind. They released their first album. I thought Joseph Arthur was like way towards the end of it though. I thought he was.
We'll have to look that up now. I don't know. I thought he was like mid 90s. Him and Elliott Smith, is that his name? The other singer?
Yeah. Yeah.
When they committed suicide?
Yeah, Elliott Smith was also I think late to mid '90s, like '98, '97. I didn't care for Elliott Smith though. I didn't really care for his music.
No, I didn't either. Let's see here. Oh, snap, you're right, dude. That one came out April 11th, 2000. Come to Where I'm From.
Did it really? Oh man, I thought it was like a '90s, like late '90s. Maybe I'm thinking of his EP. Was it Junkyard Hearts or something like that? I
Yeah,
thought he
what was that?
released. Oh no, Big City Secrets. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Big City Secrets is 97.
That was a '97 one. Okay, that's probably what I'm thinking of then.
Yeah. Yeah, for some reason I thought he was like 96, 97.
That may have been. No, we were already here. Never mind. I was going to say that may have been whenever we first heard his live at Woodstock version of In the Sun. But no, we heard that whenever we were here. We didn't move up to Lubbock until 2000, right? Or 99, something like that.
Yeah, probably like 99. Holy crap.
Mm.
So one of the things that came up when I looked up Joseph Arthur was what's his net worth?
Mm-hmm.
How much do you think this guy's worth?
Joseph Arthur?
Yeah.
Is it high or low?
It's high. It's higher than I would have thought.
3 million.
Higher.
10 million.
Way higher.
50 million?
Way higher.
No, it's not.
I know, right?
200 million.
Pretty close. 215 million.
Oh my God.
He owes
But
his
you know
fortune
what?
to.
Did you know what he started doing though?
What's that?
He started selling NFTs.
Did he really?
Yeah. I saw on his Facebook page, he's like, I've made way more money in like a year selling NFTs than I ever did making music. So yeah, he started selling NFTs.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Arthur is the highest paid singer in the world, pulling in an astonishing 75 million between November 2020 and November 2021.
Who is?
Arthur.
He's the highest paid singer?
Yep.
What?
Right?
Then why?
A nearly 40 million lead over his closest competition.
God. I mean, good for him, but like, that's weird that I still don't hear about him.
I know, same here. Yeah, what's funny is that he posted, like, honestly, it was back in November on his Twitter account that he was glad that he was done with music. Like,
Yeah.
or that, like the music industry kicked him out or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that sucks, man. I love your work.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Well,
In compiling this yearly list, the magazine considers factors such as upfront pay, profit participation, residuals, endorsements, and advertising work.
dang. He's doing just fine.
Yeah. Huh. He has lucrative endorsement deals with CoverGirl Cosmetics.
Okay.
Yeah, I did
Didn't
not know
see that
that.
coming. Yeah.
He also owns several restaurants. The Fat Arthur Burger chain in Washington. A football team, the Akron Angels.
Wow.
I did not know that either. Has launched his
That,
own brand of vodka.
okay.
And is tackling the juniors market with a top-selling perfume. And a
A
fashion line.
top-selling perfume.
Yeah.
Man, this dude looks like he doesn't smell anything like perfume. All right.
I know, right? He looks like he doesn't shower, but that's awesome.
He looks like a hobo.
He really does. Like, he's very unassuming. Oh, I think you froze on me, dude. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you now.
You hear me?
Yeah. Your camera froze for a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My little fuzzy or no?
Yeah. Your hand's frozen. Okay, now it's moving again.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's insane.
That is crazy. But yeah, I mean, I was hoping he would get noticed for his artistic work and not necessarily his business acumen. But
Yeah.
either way, I guess that's good for him. He doesn't have to work anything anymore. He just had a daughter too.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
So I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Hmm.
That's crazy.
Hmm. Well, I don't know how accurate that is because there's another link right above that one that says that he has a net worth of $9 million. I don't know.
Is more likely, I think. But,
Yeah, that sounds more accurate.
yeah.
It's crazy. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Back out of that. Good for him though.
Yeah.
Whether he's worth 9 million or two hundred and
He
fifteen
has it.
million, he's still doing pretty good for himself.
Exactly. Better than me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, when do you think you're gonna start drawing again? Like drawing pages, I mean.
Pages and stuff.
Yeah.
Probably next week. This is the last week I really wanted to spend getting real, getting as much writing done as and where I start drawing.
Cool.
Yep. And yep, I'll start. I still need to send you that story for you to look over. Um, I'll probably make those changes today, and then I'll send it to you. If you've got time this week, you can look over it.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, excited. We're excited to work on stuff I've been thinking about for the past year and a half, maybe. Or I started thinking about these stories. But I'm excited.
Well, that's good.
Um, how's Halloween head stuff coming?
It's coming. Like I said, I was writing that short story today about the vampire. You're right, Cephas was his name. Cephas was his name.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not bad. I laid it all out today and started writing a little dialogue and stuff on the first 2 pages already. So it's not gonna be very long. It'll probably be like 10 pages max.
Yeah.
And Mario's gonna draw that one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then I gotta write one more for another guy that's gonna draw in the book, Ty.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I'm not sure what that one's gonna be just yet.
What kind of style does he have?
I can't really. I don't know. It's kind of hard to compare him to someone else.
Mm-hmm. Is it more like a traditional style, or is it like a manga style, or does he lean towards anything in particular? Like a genre?
It's probably like in between manga and traditional.
Okay.
Yeah.
About how many stories were you aiming to put in this book?
It really just depends on how long they are, because I was thinking at least 5 stories, but I wasn't really thinking of them being very long. I was thinking like 10 to 15 pages, maybe. So
Okay.
So it just depends on what we end up with at the end.
Yeah.
I'll decide from there how many stories will fit in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll look at it more in terms of page count than stories.
Okay. Story.
Yeah. So I feel like this last book that we did, I feel like that was a good page count.
How many did it end up being after all? I know it was over 100, but how many?
Was it 100 and... like 110 pages? One?
Okay.
Yeah, I want to say it's like 110.
Yeah.
So yeah, as long as we can keep it in that range.
Sure.
Yeah. Looks good, man.
Thanks, bud. Last drawing of 2021, probably.
Yeah.
All right.
Done.
All right. I didn't color his cane. Oh well. Whatever, dude.
It's Sapphire King.
It's Sapphire King.
It's like faux sapphire. It's a faux fire.
It's the movie prop from Jurassic Park.
It's got the amber with the mosquito in it.
That's some hard times, Wilson Fisk.
All
right.
Lou Bega. All right.
Lou Bega.
All right, let me solo you on here.
Mm-hmm.
Get a good look at Wilson Fisk.
Ooh.
That looks good, man. I like it.
Thanks.
I like all the lights you did at the top of the building.
As far as I can tell, those are the best colors I have for the lights. A little strong, but that's what I got.
Yeah. In case you were watching, if you don't know this, Justin is colorblind.
Yeah. Very colorblind. But
it looks really good, man.
Thanks, bud. I'm okay at guessing sometimes.
All right. I will put mine up.
Very cool.
That's a good shot. Thanks. Move in for a closer shot. You can see where his chest got a little muddy.
Yeah.
And I used the whiteout pen to try and pull it back out some. But yeah. There we go. All right. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
This is our last sketchat of the year.
Good 3-hour sketch chat.
Yep. Talked about Wilson Fisk's wardrobe choices for the Hawkeye show.
Yeah.
Talked about how children have poor drawing abilities.
Mm-hmm.
And talked about Joseph Arthur being worth $215 million, possibly.
Yeah, that's going to stay with me for a while.
And that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for watching. I'm sorry if you sat through this whole thing. And you've come to this point now where it's all ending.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have something better to do. So go out and do it. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Thanks for hanging out with us once again. Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by.
Bye.